Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette, as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
I was watching Elias edit a sketch that we had to put together, and he needed to get a sound of a police siren from YouTube. And as he was searching this up, there were a bunch of prank videos that were coming up of, like, police siren prank, which I don't... Is Abysmii, is that illegal or super fucking illegal?
Why don't you... First of all, I don't know why you're watching Elias, but secondly, why don't you describe what it is? Because police siren prank, I don't know whether that means they're, like, replacing police sirens with, like, the sound of a duck or, you know...
I did not want to give them views, but I think they were pulling... It really appeared from the thumbnails that they were pulling people over.
Yeah, well, that's impersonating an officer, so stupid, illegal.
Is it illegal if your siren doesn't sound like a police siren? Like if,
yes.
like if you're just driving behind somebody and you just play a sound effect and it just goes hooty-hoo, 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 and they happen to pull over. Are you really impersonating a police officer, or are you just listening to your favorite?
Sir, you called us here because this person is impersonating a police officer. They're not impersonating a police officer. You're just a fucking idiot.
Yes. Basically. So, Abysmii, you said that's legal in your opinion as a lawyer?
If your intention is to impersonate an officer, then it doesn't really matter how poor of an imitation your siren is.
Imagine YouTube saying, this content is just too edgy, we got to get it off there. Oh, this political opinion, just too dangerous, got to get it off there. Right. Police pranks, impersonating police officers, I see no reason why that can't stay up. But if you say ass, that's not advertiser friendly, and we will have bots that will detect if you're saying ass and censor you.
Well, you know why a lot of those dangerous, illegal, prank gone wrong videos get to stay up, right? Because they're scripted. They're not.
No.
It's just like everybody pretty much knows it's bullshit. Probably at YouTube. I don't know. Now, if you pull somebody over and they've got a kid in their back seat, and you shove the kid so they fall down and their nose bleeds, then they might ban you after like 6 to 8 months of people complaining. But
well, you hear all of this talk about video games causing violence. Video games,
right? But it's
causing
YouTube
causing misogyny. What about YouTube saying, "Hey, look, you're going to get millions of views and viral clicks and people buying your merchandise"? If you imitate being a cop, and they don't know that it's fake.
Did you see that guy who was arrested for doing like GTA in real life?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna hijack Brandon's cold opening here. First of all, this guy, young guy, I think he was in his 20s or something like that, typical guy you would picture if you pictured like a young idiot,
And he smells like Axe body spray.
It smells like Axe body spray. Wearing like a wife beater t-shirt and with a crew cut. I don't know, he didn't really, but... So, this guy is on, like, chopper cam, because the police helicopter, news helicopter, whatever it is filming him. And you see the video online of him stealing a car, driving it a little bit, jumping out, pulling somebody out of their car, stealing that, driving that a little bit, jumping out, pulling somebody else out of their car, and driving that. At one point, he drives a van that has a kid in the back, which is like, that's where you really fuck up. Because now it's kidnapping and, all so on and so forth. But, he was...
Is kidnapping illegal?
Say what?
Is kidnapping illegal?
Is the kid dressed as a police officer? Is it a crime to kidnap someone who's committing another crime by impersonating an officer? Abysmii. Is it?
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yes to all
right.
of it.
Anyway, this guy is stealing cars.
Is Is it illegal to dress up as a police officer and then enter the women's restroom and install cameras to watch them pee?
No.
What if all the women are dressed as police? Wait, no?
Just run through various scenarios where people are dressed up as police officers.
Is it legal to dress as a... Okay. So this guy's doing GTA in real life because he's just pulling people out and stealing their cars, just like the fucking video game. And you would think, oh, he must have been inspired by video games, to do this bullshit. No, he was in fact inspired by YouTube because his plan was to copyright strike all of the news videos and everything on the internet showing his police chase as his image and his performance. That's
Big brain plan.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's how much of a
Christ.
lunatic this guy was. So he thought he was going to become a millionaire, copyright claiming videos from like Fox News and all different things like that. I think he's in prison for life because all the charges together, kidnapping, Grand Theft Auto times however many, reckless driving. I think at one time he might have brushed a police officer or something with the car, which is then attempted murder.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't gonna be no millionaire.
You're going to commit a crime that will put you in prison for a long time. One, don't. But two, if you do,
Right.
do something that's worthwhile.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Do some do some drugs. At least those will get you high.
There's no way he wasn't doing drugs. Come on.
Yeah, fair enough.
There's something
fair
there.
Enough. Ultimately, it's all part of my world. Oof.
Oh.
Did you hear that? Segway?
Oh. Speaking of segways, is it legal to ride a Segway when dressed as a
When
police
dressed up
officer?
as a cop.
It's illegal to ride a Segway regardless of how you're dressed.
Oh, wow.
Let's be honest.
Damn.
Because they look dumb.
So part of my world, we picked this story because Disney is making the live-action Little Mermaid. And all three of us are very unhappy with it. We're very displeased. But not for the reason you're thinking. It's just because we don't like Disney remakes. It's not
Are
not
you
any
sure?
other
Are
reason.
you sure that's not why
Uh-oh.
people were thinking?
Uh-oh.
Everyone, I'm fairly certain everyone is not on board with this whole Disney remake thing.
I don't know. There's another reason that people might misconstrue that for, but okay.
Oh, sure. Well, for sure. But no one is happy with the remakes. Besides the fact that they're making money hand over fist.
I like how Disney is so soulless as a corporation that they're basically just saying, do you still not like the live-action remakes? 'Cause if you don't, there might be something wrong with you.
Well, we know Sony pulled that, and look how well it turned out for them.
Oof.
But Disney is Disney, so they kind of can do whatever they want at this point.
Sony in terms of what?
In terms of Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That was a
Alright.
mistake.
So part of my world, this is a... What? You were misogynist? What? Is that
Uh-huh.
what you said? Alright, part of my world
Massaging this dick.
is... God damn it.
Is it okay to be is it legal to be a misogynist if you're dressed up as a police officer?
Yeah.
Is it legal to be a misogynist if you're dressed up as a female police officer on a Segway
In the women's bathroom installing
in
cameras.
the women's band? Yeah.
I need the Segway to reach the corners of the room to install these cameras.
Anyway,
Is it legal to install cameras on your Segway?
is it legal to feed your cat vodka, throw it across the room, spit on your dog, punch it through a window, and not get banned from Twitch or YouTube if you're wearing a police officer's uniform? YouTube causes violence. End of story. Case closed.
Hey guys, Mr. Vlogger here. I'm going to do an epic prank. I'm going to dress up my dog as a police officer.
Okay. Okay.
I'm calling this to feed my dog vodka and dressing up as a police officer.
Brandon, how much Patreon money or Ko-fi money would it take for you to do an Alan tutorial style vlog series where you basically do that, where you say, "Hey there, it's Mr. Vlogger here. I'm gonna gonna do a police prank.
Heads.
I'm dressing my dog as a police officer. This will be a great prank, yeah." Anyway, part of my world. Is it illegal to dress your dog as a police dog?
Yes.
Ooh,
Really?
Yes.
Dogs are considered officers, aren't they?
They're I don't know if they're considered officers, but
I think they might be.
Boy,
that is basically impersonating police activities by dressing your dog up as a canine
it's
unit.
indoginating. It's not impersonating because they're not a person.
Incaninating.
Incaninating.
Incanating.
In Canada, Soviet Russia clubs
hey,
you.
Prankheads. Today we're going to do the German Nazi Hitler dog prank. Part of my world. Author's note: the story was inspired by one of the topics of the 2015 Freestyle Challenge final topic, fairy tale. It is not an entry into that contest.
All right, so this is on the Creepypasta Wiki. That's how you have to say it. In fact, both of our stories are on the Creepypasta Wiki tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Indeed. All of them. All 2 of them.
Yes.
It is always weird when they put these author's notes at the beginning. I don't know why there is this compulsion to do this. Seems kind of arbitrary and pointless.
Author's note: I wrote this for a contest. It is not entered in that contest. But, well, okay. Okay. That's fine.
Is it okay to dress up a story like it's going to be part of a contest and then not enter it into the contest?
Oh, God. Can you file a restraining order against someone dressed as a cop?
You can arrest all creepypasta authors. That is true.
We've already talked about this life hack. Just get a restraining order from the courts and you're fine. You can do whatever you want.
That's right.
Dreams don't always come true. They had always told her, some things are never meant to be. But the little mermaid had always believed, and now she had proven them all wrong. Tonight, she held the love of her life in her arms.
Okay, my
It
guess
was a
is...
shark.
Oh, that's a good guess. My guess is she's holding the love of her life in her arms at the bottom of the sea and he's dead. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.
She had watched him for years. Every day as the sun was setting, he would come to the end of the dock. He'd sit there, dangling his feet off the end.
He would come off the end of the dock.
I'd come up and eat it for sustenance.
Oh, God!
Staring off into
Why is that worse?
Because it's all watery. Staring off into the brilliant oranges and bruised purples of the sky, she would watch it with him from behind the waves. Why did we go... Oh, I guess this is still third person. Never mind. And though she was still young, she knew what they shared was special.
She was a foot fetishist.
Oh, damn.
He just dangles his feet off the dock and she just goes up there and just like looks at them from underneath. Just like,
Now, is it like when sharks can smell blood in the water from miles away? Can she smell feet in the water from like miles away?
I think that says more about his feet than anything.
That's true.
Speaking of eating, he's got calluses on his feet and they're like flaking off. And fish flakes.
Why is this the worst story we've ever read in terms of gross things that we've come up with? She smiled fondly at him now, down beneath the water at the bottom of the sea. No, that's not it. She smiled fondly at him now. They had both grown so much since then. His body had grown hairy, his limbs long.
Yeah.
Okay. The changes she remembered fondly, how his legs hung ever closer to the water with each passing year. Is the Little Mermaid a pedophile? How long has she been watching this guy? Is she ageless, or was she a kid?
How do mermaids age? Like, they live hundreds of years?
I don't know. This is kind of weird.
Well, when a mermaid hits mermaid puberty at the age of 6, she grows her penis.
Oh, okay. And how the stones he skipped went further and further. She collected each one, Cheshiring it, cherishing it like a precious jewel. Okay. So she's collected his skipping stones and has loved him. She's been loving him since he was a child, girl. Because you and her are two of a kind.
She had changed too. Her tail had lengthened, and she had become very lean. Her penis had sprouted.
God damn it.
She had shed her many needle-like teeth 13 times now, which made her a woman grown. Not a grown woman.
Have you ever made a woman grown?
The child stalked on her head. The child stalk on her head.
She's like an anglerfish, but with a child at the end of the stalk.
Help! Look at this baby in the water. Jump in the water and save it.
The child stalk on her head had grown longer and burst forth into a bright, luminescent, emerald orb at its tip.
Oh.
Green stalk bulbs were considered a thing of great beauty and rarity in the undersea world. Many mermen had come to court her, but her heart belonged to another.
So this is straight up an anglerfish.
Feet. I want them feet. Yeah, it's straight up an anglerfish.
I don't know why the author is trying to pass off mer people as anglerfish or vice versa.
Why not?
It's just like it too closely resembles something else. You just anthropomorphized anglerfish. Like, okay.
Well, I mean, what type of fish are mermaids in general? Is there any specific fish that they are patterned after, or is it just the general idea
Slimebeast
of
mermaids aren't real.
Well, like, in the creation of mermaids, were they based on something that, actually existed, but with a human upper half, or is it just the idea of a general idea of a fish with a human mixed?
I don't know. Let me call up Hans Christian Andersen.
Okay. Her heart belonged to the boy on the end of the pier. That's my paragraph.
It was actually my turn, but that's cool.
Okay.
She ran one of her hands through his hair, using the other to hold his hand against her scaly cheek just beneath her baseball-sized eye socket. She was remembering fondly the first day he'd noticed her. She had ventured closer to the surface than she had any business being. When he had noticed her emerald bulb glowing, he had stared intensely into the murky water, making her quite self-conscious. She blushed. I don't know how she could, causing her bulb to gleam all the brighter. Okay. You know what? I kind of like that. Like, bioluminescence is also their way of showing emotion. Yeah. That's actually kind of clever.
All right, so now it's TP's turn, I guess.
Now, each evening as he came to the pier, he was no longer watching the fiery red-orange sunset. His eyes were now fixed on her glowing green presence. It was intoxicating to her, and each day she found herself moving closer and closer to him, his eyes wide with wonder.
I want to be where the people are. Want to suck on them toes.
Oh, man. With that stuff, what do you call it again? Oh, yes, toe jam. She smiled at him now. Wait, who is it? I don't even know what the fuck's going on. Is it me or not?
No, it's got wonky timelines.
Wonky timelines here for the...
You know what? Okay, we're resetting now. Slimebeast go,
okay.
And it'll be Brandon again.
She smiled at him now, and he grinned back. The tension had built on like this until a day not too long ago. She had been right on the verge of breaching the surface of the water when she noticed him stripping off his shirt and shoes.
Ooh.
Those feats. Bemused, she retreated a bit beneath the waves.
Finally, elation. He dived in to be with her.
Dove?
Finally, colon elation?
Colon elation, the new product from from
the makers
terrible
of
name
the
for
Bedazzler, the colonelator.
Yeah, the colonelator.
Colonelator.
Coloninator?
Coloninator.
It collates all of your poop and puts it in order.
I am the coloninator. I'll be in your back. Anyway.
Oh, how joyous their meeting had been. How quickly she had taken him in her arms. He was shouting with joy, holding on to her oh so tightly. Yeah, he's drowning.
Yeah.
She hugged him back, ecstatic in the bliss of finally being together. They frolicked together for what seemed like a few minutes, hours, before she finally loosed him from her grasp. Loosed? I guess that's technically correct. Yeah. Taking him by the hand, she led him down to her home beneath the waves.
What are you turning? Somebody was going to say something. You just turned me into that Markiplier meme where it just has the E. Ever since then, they'd been as happy as two people could be. Day by day, his smile grew wider. Get it? 'Cause bones.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew she had found bliss. He refused to eat anything, but she wasn't sure if humans ate anything anyways. Her hand came away from his head, and with it a chunk of the hair she had been stroking floated away into the surrounding water. She was elated. With this and his widening eye sockets, he seemed to be becoming more merman by the day. Okay.
Everyone told her that was impossible, but what did they know? Dreams don't always come true. They had told her, but she knew now that sometimes, if you wished hard enough, They could. So so these mer people communicate with each other, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what they sound like.
Okay, sure. And presumably the top half of them is skeletal. Like, has she never seen what a skeleton looks like and can't is she just stupid?
Yeah. Just like the movie. Ariel is
13,
very
of
fucking
course she's
stupid.
dumb.
No, but here's the thing, though. Like, the idea of a Selkie drowning them, that's like a very common thing in
That's
Celtic.
the idea
Celtic
of mermaids in general.
is
isn't
just drowning? No.
Sirens / mermaids, you know?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. But, like, it's a common thing of, like, they come to, like, drowning them. But normally they grieve over it. So this is not an original idea, which is fine, but I don't think that this specific interpretation is adding anything to it besides the anglerfish aspect of it.
I will say that the way it's written, I don't think there were any mistakes in it. I could be forgetting something. And it is very cute the way it's written, you know?
Yeah.
She was so happy. She's, stroking his hair and some of it comes off like, oh, I guess
As the
that's
author's
just people
note in
for
the
you.
beginning, as the author's note in the beginning says, this is pretty much, if I had to make a entry for this contest, this is what it would have been.
Right.
So it's clear the author is working within certain restraints, and I do not know what the rules of the 2015 Freestyle Challenge was, other than fairy tale. So who knows? It's kind of hard to judge this story too much.
And this was written by BrosephFritzl.
Fritzl?
Brofrabra. That's his name. Bramble Frampton. Uncle Bramble Fram. I'm going to go to his talk page, and I'm going to leave him a message, and I'm going to say, Dear Uncle Bramble Fram, I enjoyed your story. Because I did enjoy it. I mean, it wasn't, like I said, from the beginning you kind of know what's going to happen, and it's sort of going back to like a traditional interpretation of mermaids under the guise of The Little Mermaid, but I still enjoyed it, and I still liked how it was written.
Yeah, same. Like, it's kind of, it is what it is, and what it is fine.
All right.
It would be better, though, if they really lean into the foot fetish thing.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just saying. It's really meta right now. WikiFeet is getting bigger by the day. I think just a foot fetish story by a mermaid is a fascinating idea.
Excusing your shit posting, it actually kind of is, because the fascination is, oh my god, you can walk on land, you don't have fins.
Right.
That would be a major kink for mer people who knew of humans who walked. So yeah, I would agree. Someone out there, write a foot fetish mermaid story.
I mean, why are we encouraging people to do this, first of all? Secondly, I mean, it could have had just that little touch where it said, you would dangle his feet in the water, and she would come up and, just sniff them ever so slightly, and then swim away. And then you'd be like, okay, there, that ticks the box. There you go.
If you write your Celtic mermaid foot fetish story, no matter how long it is, no matter the quality of it, Slimebeast hereby pledges to read all of it.
Nope.
And narrate it.
Nope. Nope. Not unless she specifically is a soul mermaid. SOLE.
What, sun mermaid?
Soul, like the fish.
Oh, SOLE. Sorry.
SOLE. Soul. Like the sole of your foot, and then soul fish.
But you're going to narrate it, right?
No. I'm not going to narrate it, because I'm not the narrator.
Okay.
You say.
Abysmii
is the narrator.
Things about my past I can't undo.
Mine too.
Yeah.
But I wrote my own stories.
Yeah.
Well, Abysmii also wrote stories. I mean,
I think I narrated 3 of my own stories back in the day.
One of them was like, you never believe what happened to me. My name is Abysmii. Yeah. No, I wish I had it. I'm a lawyer.
Stop writing my April Fool's joke for me.
No.
Because it sounds good.
Alright, so we read a Little Mermaid story. Now we're moving on to a story about a narrator. Okay.
Look, there's only 11,000 odd stories in the Creepypasta wiki. It's slim pickings after a while.
Slim pickings. Alright, so this is a story by SimpleSam. I like that name.
It's by Mr. Creepypasta.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Clearly.
So this story, we're going to see what this has on offer. I'm very interested.
So this is titled The Narrator, and one of the categories for it is mental illness. I agree.
Yeah. I'm wondering, I'm sure nobody by this point is listening to this and doesn't know our beef with the YouTube narrator community.
Yeah.
If you don't, they're mostly scumbags.
And the thing is, it's at that point, for me personally, I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, it's at that point where it's like, oh yeah, I remember that I don't like those people. Like, kind of just, oh yeah, I remember that from back in the day. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway.
it's funny too, because they're trying to grasp,
They're trying to fap.
Get your stroke t-shirt, Brandon.
Yes, Brandon. All of these narrators are trying to smash. That's the problem.
Brandon. They're trying to cling to relevancy in a world where creepypasta is an SEO term that is giving you diminishing returns.
Yeah,
and I'm also it's funny too, because like we're not that big, but we do what we do out of passion, and these people have been like married to this even though they don't like it.
Well, I mean, that's the classic way things go, especially on YouTube, which is like a main platform for all this shit, is the more passion you put into something, the longer it takes and the less relevancy you have to the algorithm. You know, the quicker you do something and with the least amount of work, you know, the more you upload, the better you get promoted. So
there's a direct parallel between how basically every narrator that wants to make money now on YouTube has to essentially compile tons and tons and tons of stories that fit into X genre, such as, or like X keyword, like gas station horror stories. And there's I've seen, just because of what YouTube is doing to Let's Players, horror Let's Players will now just have to release videos called 4 Random Horror Games, because if I put anything slightly negative into the title, I get demonetized automatically.
I know I pointed this out on Twitter, but I loved the fact that almost everybody on YouTube in like the horror community is like censoring the word devil, censoring the word hell, censoring the word death, and then we have episodes that I don't know, is it Elias that does the titles? I don't know. But we have episodes which are like, you know, fucking shit everything, you fuckers.
Like, it's actually kind of beautiful. Around that time that narrators started censoring their own titles, we released an episode called Walmart Dumpster Fuck, which I am so proud of.
Child murder like it's 1999.
What was it? Eat shit, kill babies or something? What was the title?
Eat shit, kill babies. Eat shit, kill cats. Shit.
Oh.
No, eat babies, shit cats.
Okay.
That's what it was.
I want to... Okay, can we get a t-shirt in our merch that says eat shit, kill babies?
We have Jerry Wonka and the Nipple Factory.
Oh.
Slender Man licks Jeff the Killer's appendix.
Oh, God. Why are we so entertained by our own stupidity? Okay, anyway.
Oops, all hole spiders. Come on, these are Fun Dip and Angel Dust.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, we're hilarious.
It is absolutely freeing to be able to put almost whatever we want in those titles and not give a shit because we all have day jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's a very, very freeing.
It's very Korean, you said?
Very Korean.
Yeah. All right, so that's the title of this episode, very Korean.
You shit. No, it's probably going to be something along the lines of Little Mermaid with foot fetish. Yeah. But narrator.
Yeah.
Okay. So nothing has happened to me.
Cool. See you later. Story over.
At least I don't think it has. I'm not even sure anymore. When I tell you about it, you're going to think I'm either insane, paranoid, or have some sort of habit of writing really generic intros to my story.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
Or have some sort of anxiety disorder. Well, I guess they're pretty much all the same thing.
Wait a minute.
No, they're not.
Being paranoid or having anxiety disorder is the same as being insane. Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think I'm going crazy.
No.
No.
I don't think I'm going crazy. I think my literacy rate is declining.
Everyone, please forgive Brandon. He's been drinking way too much Gamer Girl bathwater.
Yeah. Brandon, by the way,
You gotta cut back, dude.
Brandon, by the way, has his own literacy rate. For anybody wondering, you can
It
consult the
fluctuates.
charts.
It's kind of like the stocks. You know, you follow the stocks. You follow how literate I am from day to day.
Oh my God!
reading at a
There's
12th
the
grade
national
level.
average.
There's a story idea for somebody out there who wants to write a fearfic. What about a dystopian future where there's one person who's chosen and just monitored as to how happy he is or how afraid of the world he is, and they just judge all their policies by that?
They're
In other news today, Rick is a little afraid of leaving his house today. What can we do to combat this? We gotta ban guns. No, we gotta ban video games.
we really got to deal with Rick's agoraphobia problem.
We're gonna take away Rick's house, so he has to be outside.
Yeah.
Doesn't fix the root. You're trying to fix the.
We're
the
gonna
cause.
ban houses. All right?
Yes.
Fully automatic houses. The doors on the house is garage go up and down by themselves. That's too powerful.
We can't keep legalizing these assault houses with their bump stock garage door openers.
Oh my God.
We gotta ban Uber Eats. It's making it to where he doesn't need to leave the house.
That's right.
I don't think I'm crazy. Sure, I see things, but who doesn't? Yeah, through your eyeballs.
Yeah.
I hope
I'm
you're
seeing a story right now.
yeah. Hopefully not blind people. If blind people start seeing things, then there's problems.
If you're blind and listening to this podcast on audio, please note that we are not trying to make fun of you.
No.
Don't get that off the screen. Get off that mocking image of a blind person walking into a door and going, duh. No, take that off the screen.
I like the idea of there's this big conspiracy, and podcasts are all actually TV shows, and we're just trying to fuck with blind people.
God damn it.
Enough of that. I'm beginning to get ahead of myself, so I'll start again. Cut this whole paragraph. Cut it the fuck out of the story. I don't know what happens next, but none of this was necessary.
No. Just paste the paragraph again and just have it loop constantly.
Ooh, that's strong. That's pretty strong.
Either that or put in some mention of being dressed as a police officer.
It happened about a year ago, sometime in the summer of 2012. I didn't really have anything to do. My girlfriend had just broken up with me, so I didn't feel like seeing the few friends I had. What? Unless your girlfriend was unless you both shared the same exact friends, I could see that, but we would need to know that. But after you break, well, it depends on the person, but a lot of people, when they break up with their significant other, I need to be with my friends now and try to forget this shit.
Well, maybe all the friends would be like, boy, you really aren't any fun without her around. We never noticed before.
It'd be nice to have that extra little clause of we all shared the same friends, so they were all her friends first. So I didn't want to be.
I don't think that's what's going on, Abysmii. I think what's going on is I broke up with my girlfriend, and so I didn't feel meeting with the friends that I do had. I just wanted some time to myself. I think that's what they're saying.
By the way, Abysmii would like an extra little clause, which is my favorite straight-to-home video Christmas movie.
Mm-hmm.
An extra little clause, starring Peter Dinklage.
So what if you dress up as Santa Claus and then put a police officer's uniform over the Santa Claus uniform and then deliver bombs to children?
Deliver bombs?
That's fine because you die of heat stroke before you can actually do anything.
Oh, okay. So that's legal because you die.
Yeah. I was just sort of there, alone, tired, and not really feeling anything.
I'm surprised Brandon didn't say going down the chimney of the women's bathroom, but okay.
Why is there a chimney?
Have you ever been in a women's
fireplace
bathroom?
there?
It's luxurious.
Someone has obviously never been in a woman's bathroom.
Yeah. Jeez. To pass the time, I would often log on. I should stress I haven't been in a woman's bathroom. That's just a joke, although I have seen the video footage. To pass
Except
the
for that
time.
one time when you were like, hey, check it out, Twitch.
Hey, check it out, Twitch. We're going to be going in the women's bathroom. Last time a guy got in trouble for going in the men's bathroom. I assume this will be okay, because it's progressive, To pass
what if a woman goes into the woman's bathroom on Twitch and then just starts beating a dog inside of the bathroom.
The cat comes to try to help, but she just throws it out the window.
You can't do that. That cat was a police officer.
He was 9 lives from retirement. Okay. To pass the time, I would often log onto my computer and do the usual. You're a loose cannon, Mittens. Pushes the glass off the chief's desk. I would often log onto my computer and do the usual. I would watch porn, women's bathrooms, browse eBay for police uniforms, and scroll aimlessly on social networking sites. I don't have a joke for that one. Looking at everyone's bullshit statuses and laughing at them. Damn. You may just be an antisocial prick. It happened on a day like this. Just a normal day for me. Scrolling up and down, laughing at others. It was on this day I saw someone had posted a link. It wasn't some dodgy website or from someone I didn't know. It was from this guy called Michael, who attended my college. But that's not important. Okay. Well, maybe it is. Oh, okay. But I don't know. Well, then, fine. I'm going off topic again. Okay.
Starting to see why your girlfriend broke up with you. You're a dick, and you're very boring.
So I was logging on and off of my computer, which was the style at the time, and I had an onion time. So, like, I get the idea of, like, being rambly and being unsure and talking in a very conversational way.
Yeah.
But, like, there should be this through line of these stumbling and bumblings about are leading to something, and I really don't feel like this is leading to a thing. I also feel like, is any of this stuff about, like, the girlfriend breaking up going to, like, inform the rest of the story?
That's the thing. I think there's a certain tone in a lot of stories where it's like that typical Twilight Zone type of setup where it's like, this person is a bit of a dick. Let's watch them get their comeuppance, you know? So it's, you kind of establish your narrator as being sort of antisocial or even misanthropic or whatever. But I think that this is more like emulating that without the actual purpose. I don't know. I could be wrong. We just started it, so maybe it'll pay off.
Yeah, I would also say that you really need to... So, like, you can have these asides and be like, here's this thing, and then the story kind of shifts away from it, and the beginning part is a bit of a red herring that, like, the girlfriend isn't relevant, but it should still inform the mood of the story, and I don't know that we're getting any sort of unique mood out of it.
I think this is all just padding, because the author realized that their idea is actually quite small and not fleshed out. And they have to put in 5 paragraphs before we get to whatever YouTube video they're going to watch.
Maybe.
I think it might be also just stream of conscious without editing.
Yeah.
I think is also a likely scenario. The link was just to a YouTube video of a guy reading some kind of short horror story. I was going to click off of it. I never really been fond of things like that, but then I saw how many likes it had and the positive feedback it had.
No, what? No.
Well, this was back in 2012.
Even then.
Just imagine going to a porn site and it's just like, ooh, gay porn. I'm not into that, but it's got some nice likes and comments, so maybe there's something I'm just not seeing here.
Well, I'm an emotionless shell.
I like
what other people like.
I like speaking of emotionless shells liking things, I like the idea of, I'd never really been fond of things like that. I hated horror. I didn't like it at all. But then I saw how many likes and the positive feedback it got, and so I decided to become a narrator too.
Like, taking a more mundane example, it's just like, my friend sent me this country song. I hate country music. But it does have a lot of likes on. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No.
The quotes on the back of it from reviews sound really good.
I liked it. It was a good country song. I started watching. The video was called A Memory, and it had a picture of a little boy sitting on what looked like a bed. The background was very low-key, dark, and I thought I saw some outlines within the darkness. What does he mean the background was low-key?
It was chill.
Very chill background.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they were, but I felt uneasy looking at them.
Hell Valley Sky Trees, that's what it was.
Probably.
Alright, Abysmii, Bring in the most important part here.
The most disturbing thing was the expression on the boy's face. He was permanently smiling.
It was a picture! That's why! He didn't stop smiling the entire time I stared at the screen.
I say permanently because, from what I could see, his smile was carved, oh god, in his face. He also had empty eye sockets where his eyes should have been. It wasn't terrifying, just unsettling, to say the least. The narrator of the video began to speak. His voice was kind of, I don't really know how to put this, but I guess you could say it was unnerving yet comforting at the same time. Perhaps I should have stopped there.
Unnerving yet comforting at the same time. I walked into the room, and I saw on the wall that my girlfriend's face had been stapled there. Blood running down. I don't know, that's not very comforting to me.
Are you doing a Joker there?
Yeah, sure. I'm doing a Joker.
My father dressed as a police officer and went into women's bathrooms.
You want to know how I got this YouTube channel?
God damn it. Oh, man.
Do you want to know how I got demonetized?
Do you want to know how I got banned from Twitch? Actually, it was by complaining about someone who was abusing animals on their stream. I don't know why I got banned, but, whatever. So this is me now, right?
Yeah.
Of course. My curiosity and boredom got the better of me. What?
Get a life! Jesus.
My curiosity and boredom got the better of me.
Also,
Go play Red Dead Redemption 2 or something.
No, don't.
I love the idea of, like, so someone sent me this horror channel. Man, there were scary things on there.
Yeah, it's weird. It's creepy. There's this picture of something that was frightening. The story was okay, pardon me. Nothing outstanding, yet still pretty creepy.
That describes pretty much every narration channel.
It describes a lot of stories, too. If I had just stumbled upon this and read it for myself, I doubt I would have ended up in the condition I am now. Yeah, let that be a lesson to everybody out there. Go and read the stories yourselves. It was due to the atmosphere the narrator had created. Aha. His voice... Okay, gonna get through this. His voice accompanied by that unsettling picture, along with the music playing in the background. I forgot to mention the music. It was by Muji.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
This really...
Say fucking 5 songs every video.
All of them, Muji.
This really drew me in. I am trying not to comment on the fact where it's like the story wasn't good, but the voice, the thumbnail, and the music made it good. It's like, ugh! Fuck you! This drew me in. As soon as I heard it, I just felt so hopeless and so full of dread. Oh, we have that in common. It was really just the icing on the cake. It was all just perfect. It was disturbing.
God, whose dick are you stroking right now?
My own. Oh, you're talking about
you,
the writer.
you.
Okay. Then I saw he had other...
I gotta say, I'm very happy. We criticize him, but I'm glad that for once Mr. Creepypasta decided to write his own story.
God damn it. You mean when he was writing under the name Gold Coin and was talking to himself on Tumblr, talking about how good he was?
Well,
oh my god, did he do that?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, A Memory is a story that Mr. Creepypasta narrated 8 years ago.
Okay. See, now here's the thing. This actually is a good story from the perspective of someone who would be in this position as a person who's like commenting WTF did I just read, or whatever, like first on the video or something like that. This is a good representation of someone who would go to one of those videos and be like floored by how creepy it is.
If this is like a really young person.
Yeah. Then I saw he had... See, that's the thing is it the narrator of the story or is it the writer? You don't know which... We can surmise one way or the other, but,
sure.
As the voice of somebody who's just a character experiencing all of this, you could be like, well, yeah, I could see a kid, saying X, Y, and Z. Then I saw he had other videos. I began watching them one after another, not at all at the same time. Listening to his every word, not ignoring them. And every time, the same feeling would just flow through me. Maybe it was due to boredom, curiosity, or because of how I had been feeling lately. I don't know, but the videos, listening to them, experiencing them within my head it just gave me a sort of rush. It's safe to say I was starting to become addicted.
This next sentence is bullshit.
Sure, but this is making me feel like quoting my friend Seth, who says, you shouldn't read creepypasta. You should go out and do sports.
God damn it.
The video became a substitute for porn.
No.
Before, I would often find myself jerking one out every time I logged into my computer. Now I would end up watching one of the narrator's videos.
Mhm.
And I gotta be real. I've been told people have jerked off to my voice, so...
Don't listen to those people. Those people are bad for you.
Also, before I would often find myself jerking one out every time I logged onto my computer. The boot screen for Windows 95 was just,
Dun, dun, dun,
so
dun.
sexy.
Windows 95 in 2012, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But, yes, I'm not friends with one of those people anymore who's jerking off to my voice.
God damn it.
When the summer was over, I had returned to college. I began neglecting my work, and my attendance dropped significantly, almost to the point of being suspended. My friends at that point were strangers to me. I hadn't spoken to them in weeks. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like doing my work, going out, or even flirting with girls.
Okay. I just want to say this is, for as much as we want to think this is the writer saying certain things, this is an accurate representation of somebody being a shut-in and putting all of their hope in an e-celebrity.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's a very charitable way of looking at it. But
I'm trying to be nice.
Yeah. I just didn't care. At least you know what? I'll actually go along with you and I'll further that idea. What if we just cut everything that happens up to this point down to one paragraph and then it just gets to here?
Yeah.
You know, like, what if it just became like, what if he started off, the videos became a substitute for porn? Ooh, that's an intriguing first sentence.
Ooh.
You know?
That's right.
I just didn't care. At least I still had the narrator and his video. My addiction grew to the point where that I would dream about the characters within the stories. They started telling me to do things. They told me to stab my friends. The monster became more real to me. They were in my mind. And the dreams, I would often find myself being stalked by a tall figure in the woods, or I'd see a pale man at the end of my bed, or I don't even know. This whole portion of my memory is just a blur, and the dreams have all merged together into one horrifying nightmare. All I know is that I couldn't stop watching them. What do you mean watching? Because you're not watching them. You're watching its still image.
Yeah. The boy never stopped smiling for the entire video. But yeah.
I clicked on the thumbnail for the audio track of a song, and I just stood there. The singer's paused expression.
How can they sing without moving their mouth? It's unnatural.
How was Michael Jackson singing bad without moving his mouth?
Oh, he didn't sing that bad. Come on, DP.
Come on.
Lol.
They terrified me, but I still had to listen. I had to sustain whatever was making me need. Whatever, that is something you want to avoid, people.
Yeah.
Got to avoid the making me want. No, not want. Need. You gotta avoid that.
It's in the same category as someone or something.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what you would call that, but you don't want to do that.
Let's come up with a term for it right now. Let's call it instant retraction. I don't know.
Yeah. That works. Yeah. Like when you go into the bathroom and then take the cameras out because you're already there. You might as well just watch them peeing there.
These millennials are never just experiencing the moment of watching someone pee. They have to record it.
Back in my day, if you wanted to watch women pee that you don't know, you had to disguise yourself as a ficus plant.
A ficus plant who was just new to the force as a rookie cop.
You got to be careful because you never know when Mr. Weinstein is going to come by and jerk off into you.
God damn it. Can we get fan art of Officer Ficus, please?
Officer Ficus?
Ficus, you're a loose cannon. Turn in your leaves, your branches.
Oh, God. Basically just put all of yourself on the counter, is it?
Your soil.
Sarge, don't suspend me. I'll turn over a new leaf.
Oh.
Whatever was making me listen to them, I had to obey it. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ring the bell.
These are really big paragraphs.
Donate to me on Patreon, and these two on sites other than Patreon because they have moral standards.
Yeah. A few months after that, I was expelled from my college due to extremely poor hygiene. I mean, attendance and neglect of work.
I zoned out and thought it really said that for a second.
Accompanied by aggressive and disrespectful behavior. Yeah, that sounds like every Creepypasta fan I've ever heard. Who
Wash
could blame
your
them,
ass.
right?
No, fuck you.
Fuck you! The rake's gonna get you tonight. Who could blame them, right? I could. I could blame someone. The fucking narrator. That's what I told my teachers. I told them it was his fault. Fearing something was wrong with me, the college sent for a doctor. Quick! This kid, he's antisocial. Get the doctor.
Hello, doctor, you have a call. Yes, who? It's the college. They want you to come look at somebody, I guess. I don't know. Do doctors do that?
I don't think doctors make university calls. I ended up being recommended to a therapist. At least I think it was a therapist.
It was a ficus with a notepad and glasses.
Can a police officer impersonate a psychologist?
My mind isn't too clear right now, but I don't think he helped me much. In fact, I think he made it worse. He made me tell him about the stories. I told him all about the narrator, and I even showed him the YouTube channel with the videos on. He told me what I already knew. They were just stories, just images with music and a narrator. Of course I knew that. I still know that to this day. Not once have I ever doubted that they are just stories. I mean, stories are just fiction. They're not real, and you can't make something real by thinking that it is. Can you?
No.
Could it be possible that my fucked up mind made these monsters real? I'm really bored right now. It made them haunt me. It made me insane. At least that's what...
Do you think that this is bait to get narrated?
Yeah.
I don't want to be uncharitable to the author, but I'm just curious.
Oh, it totally is.
I have a competing theory now. I was thinking that as well until we get to the part about the therapist. Now I think this is just a person's therapy session, and they're trying to make us the therapist.
Oh, I see.
Do you think this
sounds too clever?
It belongs on No Sleep then, because everybody at the below has to treat it as real and help you.
No, but do you think that the therapist in this story is just as bored as we are?
Oh, God.
Tell us about the fucking narrators, you dumb kid.
I watch YouTube videos a lot, and I don't go outside. Okay, we'll stop doing that. No.
The therapist is like, stop reading creepypastas and play sports.
At least that's what my therapist said. He told... Oh, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, he told me that these videos had affected me subconsciously at a point where when I was vulnerable, when I wanted to feel bad. Oh, there it is. There is the girlfriend thing. Finally looped back in.
You know, fair enough that it is integral to the story. But again, now that we've gotten to the part about the therapist, I don't see this as anything else. This is this person, this is their therapy session. Them writing this is just therapy.
Can we coin another phrase, by the way?
Sure.
Chekhov's thought.
He said it was all in my mind and that he would help me. I only saw him about 3 times. And the last time I went, he said something to me as I was leaving. Don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart. What?
You know, that sounds like something that this writer actually heard from somebody as like an unhelpful statement. Gotta be true to your heart.
Gotta be true to your heart.
Yeah.
For some reason, this scared me. It was like he was in my mind as well. Or maybe it was the fact that he said something a therapist wouldn't. Maybe he wasn't a therapist. Maybe I was talking to the janitor this entire time.
Yeah, I mean, they said I don't really know if he was a therapist, so...
And he knew exactly what I was feeling. That was the last time I saw him. No one came looking for me. Since I was no longer in my dorm, no one knew where to find me, and I could be alone. Wait, where were you then? Were you home?
In the
library?
In the locker room, in the showers, in the women's bathroom. For the next couple of weeks, I thought about contacting the narrator. It would have been easy, just a simple message over YouTube. This is Stan. However, every time I tried, I couldn't. I got as far as, who are you?
Dear Mr. I make scary stories on YouTube.
I Make Scary Stories would be a really good name for like a knockoff narrator that like is starting their channel now. You know, like, I Make Scary Stories at YouTube.
Does anyone have worse sycophantic fans than YouTube narrators?
Booby streamers?
No, but here's the thing: is like PewDiePie has like a diversity of people who follow him.
No, they're all white.
Many of which who are stupid, and many of which who are just sensible people who just find his editing style funny or whatever.
Yeah, I forgot what the original question was, so yes.
But yes, 100% of them are terrible.
I got as far as, "Who are you? I think your videos have done something to me. I need your help." And then I would delete it. As would I. Sometimes I would plead with him for answers. Other times I would threaten him and make demands. Uh-oh. Still, the same thing happened. There was something in the back of my mind. Something saying no, it's not a good idea to threaten someone over the internet. Something saying no. Maybe somehow the narrator had got in my mind also. Maybe he was just as terrifying as the monsters in the stories.
Read my story or I'll commit suicide.
Oh God! By cop. At least I think he's a cop. He could just be... Anyway.
I'm a cop. You gotta trust me. I'll kill myself. Do you think that has to have happened at some point, right? Where like a YouTube narrator gets a message like, read my story or I'll kill myself.
Oh,
have a good day.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Now all I can think of is like an Onion or a what's that other site? Clickhole article where it would be something like Halloween partygoer commits suicide by sexy cop or slutty cop. Anyway.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I tried to contact the narrator. I haven't done much since then. I've been doing odd jobs here and there, making money and trying to survive. I still don't sleep much, but when I do, I have nightmares, and when I'm awake, I'm still in those nightmares. I'm finding it difficult to separate my dreams from reality. Nothing has happened in this story. Nothing whatsoever has happened in the story.
We've got another paragraph after this one, so we'll see.
I don't think we've talked about that enough. There have been no monsters. There's been no horrific events. This person is just delusional. And, like, they haven't had any interesting delusions in it either, you know? It's just like, man, I like listening to creepy stories.
I mean, it would be very cliched, and it's probably not a good recommendation, but my first thought is, you know, you're talking about not seeing your girlfriend again, you're talking about not seeing your friends again, and then you're talking about the last time I saw my therapist. I mean, you could easily tie that up into a thing at the end where the person had killed all of them one by one, you know, as time was going on through the story. It would be cliched and silly, but, you know, at least it would be something where it's like, oh, now I see why, you know, back in the beginning of the story and all the way through it was people leaving his life, you know, just, they, you know, actually were gone. But anyway.
You could also do something where it's like, okay, so he's not talking to his friends anymore. What if there is instead something along the lines of showing how he's getting disconnected from reality? Because this is telling us that he is getting disconnected from reality, from like friendship and like from his daily life. What if they show that in some way? It's like, no, I can't show up to baseball practice because I got to listen to these creepy stories. Yeah. And like,
I was in class and the professor yelled at me for having, you know, earbuds in because I was listening to the narration. Or
yeah.
I don't know. Who knows?
It's hard. Well, that's the thing, is we're trying to make this horrifying, and it fundamentally isn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, the other day, though, something happened. Is something going to finally happen in the story?
Yeah, but it was the other day. It already passed, so we're not going to talk about it.
Damn it.
The other day, something happened. Anyway.
The other day, something happened, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
I guess it turns out that I killed some people. The narrator uploaded a new video. However, this video was different. I think he was in it. He was wearing a mask, a blue mask with dark eyes and tubes hanging out from his mouth.
Damn it. I was hoping the picture was unrelated. There's a picture of Mr. Creepypasta at the bottom of the story, and I was thinking, somebody just added that, I'm sure. But no. Okay.
That's all I remember. I can't recall anything after seeing him in the video. I just woke up and it had finished. The video was over. I have no idea what happened to me. I was probably passed out, but that never happened before. I never sleep, but I never I never sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I never sleep is what it says.
I
never sleep, but I never passed out due to lack of it.
Can I just point out that he watched a video of Mr. Creepypasta and immediately fell asleep?
The mask stuck with me, though. Why was he hiding his face?
'Cause
Was he a spirit?
Because he
Was
doesn't
a
look
robot?
creepy in real life, maybe?
Mm.
He acts creepy. Was he a virus patient zero? Who the fuck knows? I tried to play the video again, but my connection was out. At least I think it was. My memory was blurry. I'm forgetting things. I wanted to be alone, but not anymore. I don't have anyone to talk to about it. People ignore me and they think I'm insane, but I'm not. I know it's real. It has to be. Sorry, I'm a little shook up, but it's not real.
No, that's not what it says.
They're just. I know it's not real. They're just stories, and it's all in my head. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore either. Thankfully, I don't have to read anymore.
Read my story, Mr. Creepypasta. For fuck's sake, why have I let these things take over my life? I've tried to ignore them, but I fucking can't. They've taken the excitement.
Part of me.
Oh, God.
They've taken the excitement, the rush I felt before, and it's just been warped into fear. Uncontrollable, depressing fucking fear. I failed to see the point of anything lately. Why live if all you see is Mr. Creepypasta? I mean, all you know is fear.
All that I see, Mr. Creepypasta.
YouTube has taken my pain, taken my pleasure. I can't sleep. I don't want to eat, and I only do it out of necessity. So just fucking everybody, for the most part. I barely wash. Yep, there it is. I'm too scared to even take a shower, and I no longer leave the house. I've forgotten so many things. These stories have just taken over my mind, and the only things I truly know and care for. Strange what the brain chooses to remember. I see things out of the corners of my eyes. I see people and memories. They won't go. They just stay there and stare at me. I keep telling myself that they aren't real. They're not here. This makes them angry. I can feel them all the time. They're watching me right now as I'm typing this. They're all here, and so is he. Please, for your own safety, do not feed your curiosity. At least not as much as I have. I've lost everything because of him. Just live your life. Just take it easy. P.S. Fuck you, Mike.
And the final quote, don't give in to your fears. If you do, you won't be able to talk to your heart.
And, just including a random quote for no reason.
So, I will say that I did search this up, and it looks as if only 2 narrators have taken the bait of narrating this on YouTube. Neither of them Mr. Creepypasta, so...
Yeah, I looked as well. I will say, though, this is the most believable story we've read in every episode ever.
It is true.
There is not a bit of me that is doubting the facts that this has occurred, and not only that, it has occurred for 1 million+ subscribers of Mr. Creepypasta.
You know what? If I saw this, I'm going to give this high praise in a similar way to what you've just said. If I saw this as a Tumblr post, I would believe that this was actually a person writing about how they were experiencing the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Take that for what you will. So, yeah.
That's horrifying.
I like the comment on November 15th, 2015. The comment, the narrator looks like Mr. Creepypasta. And the reply to that is someone saying, that's because it is.
What about October 29th, 2013? Jesus, this actually scared me. The psychological aspect of it really got into my mind. This is one of those pastas where you come away feeling very slightly changed. 4.5, 4 out of 5 stars.
I like October 29th, 2013. I think it was weird. Very helpful. Thank you, Thomas the Tank Engine in the Avatar. Thank you. It was weird. Okay, so we've experienced a whole new world, and we've experienced a dying channel, I guess? I don't know how to tie those 2 stories together. One is a story about undersea murder, and the other is a story about an underperforming nerd? I don't know. What?
No, one of them is about a foot fetish, and the other one is about a narrator fetish.
One of them is about a sick freak who drags people down with them, and the other one is about the Little Mermaid.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
Hey guys, welcome to Drama Bomb 420's Total Drama Channel. Drama 24/7, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you love drama on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe after the drama-filled video for more of your drama fix. Now, on to the drama. Hey guys, Drama Bomb 420 here. Man, I really didn't want to have to make this video. Because the last thing you want to do is make a video spreading drama on YouTube, and I feel like there's already so much drama in the world that I don't really want to be like a part of that. I don't want to be a part of negativity. I want my channel to be a positive place. So, needless to say, I did not want to have to sit down here today on this beautiful Sunday evening when I could be out drinking a mimosa on the pier behind my house. I didn't want to have to sit here and do this now, and it's just the worst thing because I don't want to have to make these videos, and my hand is always forced. I'm always forced to make these drama videos, and it's just not what I want to do. It's not what I had in mind for the future of my channel when I started it. When I registered the name Drama Bomb 420, I was not thinking at all about having a future in drama videos. I just wanted to do fun videos, skits, sketches, let's plays, narrations, true stories, Reddit, green text posts, different things like that. But now I have to sit here and do a drama video because of what has happened recently, and I did not want to have to make this video, and I'm very sorry to all my subscribers who are probably sick of hearing about all this drama surrounding what's going on in recent times, but, I have to do what I have to do. I can't sit idly by and not make a statement, even though I really don't want to have to make this video, and I just can't help but feel like my time would be so much better spent doing other things. And I don't want to have to sit here and go through all this and bring drama to you and to bring drama to my channel. And, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little choked up. Oh, God, I'm this is so stupid. This is so stupid. I shouldn't be this choked up about doing this, but this is not what I want to be doing. I don't want to make another drama video in a sea of negativity on YouTube. Everybody just sniping at each other, causing so many problems. There's all the flame wars, and I want to stress, I don't want anybody out there to watch this video and go bring any negativity to the people that I'll be talking about. These horrible fucking people. I don't want you to go to their channels. I don't want you to go to their websites and do anything to them. And most of all, I didn't want to have to make this video because this is not me. This is not who I am. And it brings out the worst in me when I have to make these videos that I don't want to make, but I have to make it. And I wish I didn't have to make it, but I have to do it. And I really, really, really don't want to make this video, and I don't want to edit it for several hours. I don't want to lay in the soundtrack. I didn't want to write the script for this that I'm reading from now. I didn't want to do any of that. I don't want to have to upload this to YouTube and title it and put in the keywords and the metadata and the description and the links to all the evidence to everything I'm going to say. I don't want to have to do that. I didn't want to have to do that, and I don't want to have to do that. And I didn't want to have to do that, and I don't want to make this video. So yeah, I don't really remember what this was about, but Tune into my next video, I guess, where I'll discuss what I was going to talk about, because right now I'm drawing a blank. This video is sponsored by Old Man Johnson's Forever Perpetuating Bermuda Grass. Forever Perpetuating Bermuda Grass from Old Man Johnson. Plant it in your yard today and watch your problems disappear, along with your family, your house, your pets, your neighborhood, your county, the whole world. Just watch, you know what, just fucking plant it. Use the code DRAMABOMB420 to get 15% off your order.
Dan Aykroyd Crystal Skull Head Vodka
God damn it.
is a fucking party in a crystal skull. Let me tell you. It's one hell of a meme, but that's some smooth vodka. And there are a few things I'd rather be drinking while somehow losing but also winning at Warhammer 40k. So go to your nearest liquor store, the ones with the good selection, pick up that, because even after you're done with it, you have this actually hilarious crystal skull to fill up with colored sand or some shit. I don't know. Put a fucking candle in it. But yeah.
No. You put handles on it, and then you put water in it, and now it's your water bottle.
There you go.
That or
a terribly inefficient water bottle.
When you're having a late night, when you're having a late Warhammer night, you've been gaming, you could just, take the bottle, pee in it, so you don't have to leave,
You could.
Yeah.
You just put gamer fuel in the bottle and then pee into the bottle once it's empty and then drink your own gamer fuel.
Would you buy a skull full of Gamer Aykroyd pee?
Stop. Also, yes.
Okay. You would buy Gamer Aykroyd pee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about his bathwater? Would you buy Dan Aykroyd's bathwater?
Would you buy Dan Aykroyd's kidney stones?
Oh, God. Would you buy Dan Aykroyd? That's illegal.
Well, why?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Why?
There's a certain amendment to the Constitution that says why not.
Can we have a new podcast where we just make really obvious statements of fact, and then it just cuts to DP going, whoa, why?
Now, clearly you can't just, hit someone with your car and then drive off. Well, why? I mean, if the light's green, then you can just keep going.
Why buy the Dan Aykroyd if you could get the Dan Aykroyd kidney stones for free?